So, guys, welcome back to our channel. Of course, I am Carrie Ann, and of course, this is Sarah, and we are raising spectrum voices. So, two mom, one spectrum, just sharing our challenges or wins and just creating some awareness around autism.
Yes.
So, today, something very dear to my heart, Sarah, I think we need to talk about is burnout,
Oh,
burnout
yeah.
in the autism community. Burnout. Listen, the
Yes.
parents are emotionally, physically, every alley that you can think
Financially.
out,
Yes.
financially. Sarah, that's an important one.
Yes.
But, let me just jump and just share my experiences, Sarah, because honestly, I have been through some series of feeling burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are watching for the first time, I have twins with autism. My twins are 20 years old. And let me tell you something, advocating and
Mm-hmm.
just going through the journey of having children who are on the spectrum, different
Mm-hmm.
parts of the spectrum, it's just hard. You want the best for your children. You want to show up every single day. And sometimes it's just hard to do everything,
Yeah.
right? So for me, I felt it and I know exactly how it feels, and I don't wish that on anyone. But unfortunately, it just kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah.
Sarah, how are you with burnout? Is that something that you have
Yes.
experienced?
Yeah, I only have one child. Carrie has four.
I know, right?
So I feel guilty talking about my burnout in the presence of Carrie. Right? But yes, my one child, I do experience burnout because not only am I navigating his autism diagnosis and the services associated with
Yeah.
that, I have to now, I've always had to be navigating his health as well.
Oh,
So, in
yes, yes,
addition
yes, yes.
to autism specialists and services, I have to be always meeting with the neurologist or any other
Mm,
specialist because he was diagnosed with epilepsy at 2 years old and he's been on medication since two, right? And there were other health complications after the NICU.
yeah, yeah.
Because my son, if you're joining for the first time, is premature. He was born at 27 weeks. He spent 3.5 months on the NICU. And so he overcame most of his challenges, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the anticipated challenges they thought he would have. He didn't have most of them, but there were challenges, right?
Yes, yes.
So just navigating the different spaces for the one child and navigating the services, Kerry. So
The
you're dealing with the
services.
school. When you have an autistic
Yes.
child, it's not just the one-off conversation with the teacher here or there,
Mm-mm, it's
or
not a
on
one and done.
consultation
No,
day or consultation night, parent night.
no.
It's an ongoing,
It's an ongoing thing.
and then
And then the other things.
yeah, the paperwork for the
Mm-hmm.
services. Like right now,
Mm-hmm.
my son is 16, transitioning to adult life, and
Oh
we're in
gosh.
Canada. Kerry's in Canada as well. And then there's paperwork to get funding for services. That can be very
Yes,
draining.
yes, yes,
Now that he's transitioning to adult life, we have to go do paperwork for guardianship and
yes. Been
funding
there,
for
done
adult
that.
life um and then for me, Kerry, the emotional drain of dealing with the the meltdowns, right? We're trying to find the right word. It's not a tantrum,
It's
as
not
we've
a
talked on in a
tantrum.
previous
Yeah,
episode,
it's not a tantrum.
but wanting to help your child and sometimes feeling helpless is emotionally draining sometimes and physically taxing, to tell you the truth, when you are dealing with a child that is almost taller than you, very
Yeah,
strong, having a
yeah.
meltdown, and you can't really go in fight or flight mode because it's your
No,
child,
you
you
cannot.
can't hurt them, and then taking the blows and the hits and it's difficult, Carrie.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Oh God, you say so many, you drop so many gems, and it just got me thinking. When I think about my boys, because they're on different parts of the spectrum, their needs are so different, and you're always trying to navigate what one need over the other need. Yes, I mean, you spoke about the transition from the teenage years to the adult years. Like literally, I just went through that. The
Yeah.
boys are 20 years old, they're going to turn 21. That was an ordeal, and there's so much paperwork that goes with that. When they were in schools, it's the meetings, it's the IEPs, and everyone had a different IEP and everyone had different
Yes.
goals, and it's to be on top of those goals. And for me, I have two other children. So I have four
Yes.
children. And guys, I am navigating four children on different stages of their lives.
Too
So
neurotypical, too
thank you.
neurodivergent.
It can be so exhausting. But for me, I find that I was extremely burnt out before I totally accepted the diagnosis.
Yes. Yes.
Sarah, you see, once I accepted the diagnosis, for me, it was so freeing.
Yes.
A little thing was relieved. I mean, we still have a lot on our plates,
Yes.
even to this day. But I find that once I accept it and I say, okay, this is this and this is what I have to do, I was a little less stressed, but I still had a
Yes.
lot on my plate. I don't know if that makes
Of
sense,
course it does. Of
but
course it does.
but the daily navigation, even now at 21, I mean, for my boys, one is trying to, whether he's going to start his knitting business or he's going to go back and do his culinary arts, that he's struggling with, but his heart is there. But poor thing, that's where his challenge is. And I have another one who is in an adult day program. Blessed that I just found that program for him.
Yes.
Again, it's a lot of navigation. Sorry, you mentioned meltdowns. Like up to today, up to this morning, we had a meltdown and we had to pivot.
Yeah.
Me and dad had to just do what we had to do to get Tayshawn calm down and level headed. And this happened at the barber.
Yeah.
And, every now and then you have one of these things and you just have to show up for your child and, draw for the patients and just do what you have to do. But yeah,
But
but I mean, it's very taxing emotionally,
yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
it's very taxing.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
when you have to go the extra mile in terms of your child daily skills, daily task,
yeah,
um, their life skills, right? When you have a neurotypical child and you can stop
yeah,
doing certain things for them by a certain age,
it's ongoing.
you may have to do it longer, depending on
Yeah,
what level autism your child have. You may
yeah,
have to do those things longer for your child, and that too can be challenging. And also, like you, Kerry, having more than one child on the spectrum.
yeah.
Um, I see people online sometimes with multiple children on the spectrum. There's one mom that I follow. I don't remember the name of her page. And she has three kids. There are no multiples, so three different births,
Yes, yes.
all on the spectrum, two boys and a girl. They're all nonverbal. Just the thought of it. Sometimes I look at it, Kerry, and I'm like, I have one child and I'm not doing it alone. And there are people out there with multiple children on the spectrum, or they have
I
multiple
can only
children, but
imagine.
one child on the spectrum. And some of these are single moms
It's
doing it
hard.
on their
It's
own with
it's
no village
hard.
or a very small village. Now, these women must be built with something different, Carrie, as to how
They
they're doing.
aren't. They
We'll say
aren't.
if you have to,
They
you have to.
just dig deep
Yes.
and they find the strength and them just show up. And I pray for those ladies because it cannot be easy. I don't just feel that it's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's my thing. Even when I look at my situation and I think about my other children, sometimes I feel like I'm shortchanging my
Yeah.
other children because I
Yeah.
find that the two that are on the spectrum, they take so much out
Yes.
of me. And it's not
Yes.
their fault that they need me
Yes.
so much more,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And it weighs on you. And because of that, you're just scurrying, you're all over the place,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know? So, yeah, I just pray for
And
those moms.
And how do you do that, Kerry, in terms of the siblings coming along? Because the reason why I ask,
Yeah,
sometimes I think I wish my child had siblings. He
yeah,
has people in his life, in his age group,
right.
cousins and so that will go the extra mile with him. But sometimes I wish that he had a sibling so that when we're gone, he had this neurotypical sibling that could, be there
Yes,
for him. And I always thought, and you can correct me,
Yeah.
I always thought that the situation is better if there are siblings in it. But then there's this podcast that I watch, and she has three
Yeah.
boys, one on the spectrum, and she talked about the guilt of one day leaving the special needs one on the other one. And some of what you were saying in terms of she feel like she doesn't give the others that much. What do you think
That
about that in terms of when you're
that has come
gone and the
across.
role of the siblings as when they're adults, when they're all
You know
adults?
what? I used to think about it that way, but to be honest, I don't think about it like that anymore because I kind of grew up my boys to be their brother's keeper,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So, for example, they have to look out for their brothers. They have to share. You get food, you know that you have to share it with your brother. If you
yes,
come home and you don't see one brother, you need to ask, where's the other brother? Mom, where's Station? Mom, where's Trayvon? Where's Tyson?
yes,
So we kind
yes,
of grow them up to be kind of close and kind of tight knit. And we also sensitize those neurotypical ones to understand that, listen, this is your brother's journey.
and it's
They
lifelong.
never ask, it's lifelong. They never ask for this to happen to them or for them to have autism. Even my 6-year-old, he can walk out, go to a supermarket and say, Mom, I think this little boy is autistic like Tayshawn. He says that to me all the time because he sees the signs, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Not in a bad way.
Yeah, I know, I know, I
Um,
know. Just
even at
like us,
school,
we
he
see it. We
yes,
see it.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So even at his school, like he has a ES program, so he's able to interact with the little ones that have autism, and he's so sensitive towards them. And I think he's sensitive because he has his own brothers at home,
Yes,
and we kind
yes,
of drill it, be kind. The world need more kindness,
yes,
be his friend, share with him. If he needs help, help him. So we're kind
yes,
of reinforcing those things, even with Tyler, a 14-year-old, we're kind of reinforcing those things from now. So Sarah, to be honest, I'm so happy. Before I wasn't looking at it like that, but to me, I'm happy that I have them who live and breathe from they were born. This was
yes,
their life. Seeing me taking care of their brothers and knowing that, listen, eventually when mom is gone, I may be the one who have to do this,
yes.
right? Not necessarily to look at it as a burden, but
As a responsibility.
as a responsibility, as
Yeah,
a
I get
responsibility.
that
And they're
because,
doing it now.
yeah,
They're not asking no questions, they're not complaining, they're doing it now. And it's just one less thing for me to think about. Because to be honest, we are thinking about down the road. We are
yes,
thinking about like planning what will happen. Like
yes,
we have
same,
assigned a trustee, we have assigned guardianship, we have done the
yes,
guardianship documentation, trusteeship documentation. So this is something that we're thinking about at this moment. And to me, I kind of think that family members are better than strangers.
yeah. It's just that when they become adults, you wonder when they're on their own journey, the neurotypical ones, and they're on their own journey and their own families, like this,
Yes, yes,
what
yes.
space is there for the new, and
Funny,
yeah,
funny that you say that because the whole point of nominating those trustees and you having guardianship and that trusteeship thing, is that the word, is that you are going to put people in place who, if it doesn't fit in their
yes,
lifestyle,
yes,
they can also nominate other people who
yes,
can do the same thing.
yes,
So, for example, my sister, who is 10 years younger than me, she knows she's also like my two younger children, right? So she knows that she has to also come in the mix of things
yes,
because next to the brothers, auntie knows them best,
yes,
right? So auntie also is going to have to play a role in decision making if something happens to mom, if something happens to dad.
yeah,
So I really just want to empower, other, families who are going through the same things, have adult children who are on the spectrum that will really have to think about it. We have to think about down the road. We have to think about what next for these children when we're not around because it's
yeah. It's like,
important.
mhm.
It's scary,
It's
but it's
scary, but
very
it's
important.
not as scary to me as it used to be.
Same,
I used to
same.
I used to have sleepless nights about it. I used to bawl about it, and his father has had sleepless nights about it.
Yeah.
And I've been on a journey of letting go, Amari, and trusting
Girl,
God.
me and you, me and you.
Because, as I've said a million times, Kerry, the easiest part of his life was making him.
Yes, yes.
The
And we have to
pregnancy
trust
was
God.
difficult,
We have to trust
everything, but
God.
for a long time, I felt like
Yeah.
God just always giving him these hard things to do. And I feel like it was a
Yes.
wrestle between, on the one
Yes.
hand, I felt like God had him and his favor was on him. But then on the other hand, I felt like God and I were wrestling, and I've been on a journey, and my therapist has
Yes.
helped me to get to a place of letting go,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
I
Guys, you hear that?
remember,
Therapy.
yes, Jesus and therapy.
Therapy.
And I remember the other day, so a cousin of mine, he's maybe 22, 23 years younger than me. He's
Yeah.
closer in age to Amari, and they have grown up like brothers, right?
Yes.
And he's in Canada with us. And the other day, we took Amari to a service, a social skills group on Saturday, and then
Yes.
he and I went to the cafe waiting on Amari. And I was just had my headphones on, I'm on my laptop working, and I was listening to some gospel songs, and I just started to think about leaving Amari, and I just started to cry. And then I took off the headphones and I said, Ty, when I'm gone, will you be there for Amari still? And he's like, of course,
Yes.
100%.
Of
He's
course.
closer in age to Amari, right? And I'm like, but what about when you're dating or get married? Him say, well, anybody I'm gonna date, anybody I'm gonna be with will have to know that Amari is a part of the
I
package.
love that.
Girl,
I
at that
love
time I
that.
cried.
I
I
love that.
cried.
See?
And this is not a
See?
if or but, because this cousin, he has
Mm.
he's never asked one day what the diagnosis was, why it's different. He just
Yeah.
loved him. He just
Yes, I
loved him, and
love
they
that.
have the most beautiful relationship, you
I
know?
love that. See
But
who better? Who
yeah,
better
yeah,
to
they
help
have
you
the
to take care of
most
him when you're not
beautiful
here
relationship,
than
you know?
someone who knows him?
Yeah. And he's part of
Someone
my
who
village
sees
now. Yeah.
he's a part of your village. So he sees the kind of care, this example.
Yes,
Hmm?
yes, yes,
So who
yes.
better?
And so he helps with the burnout too. All the village, because Kerry, we've kind of gone
Yeah,
off topic, but
man.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
man.
That's
No,
okay.
it's
It was
okay.
talking
It's
how the
okay.
spirit moves, right? Just to
Yeah, yeah,
say, to
yeah.
pivot back, that having a village is so
It's
important.
important. It's
But it
important. You
can
can't
also
do
be
alone.
very isolating because people have shared on social media conversations how after they had their child with autism, the friendships that they lost, you
Oh yeah.
know,
Oh
and
yeah.
people don't understand your child, and um people, go away.
Funny that you say that, Sarah, because it really isolating for true.
Yeah, it
And you
can
know
be.
why it isolating? Because the friends that you had before the diagnosis, they don't share the same things in common anymore. And
Yes,
you are so consumed with taking care of your kids. Remember, so you not have no time really for socialize. Like socializing now have to be deliberate when you
very
have autism.
deliberate. Very
And there's a lot of
deliberate.
people who just don't have the support. They don't have nobody to watch their
Yes,
children. They don't
yes,
have a baby. Some people affordability is a factor. You know what I
yes.
mean? You can't pay a babysitter, so you can't do what you please. So it's very, very isolating. And then your
And
friends don't understand that those are the time that you need them most.
yeah,
When you don't see these autism moms, when you don't see a message from them,
talk to
a
them, Kerry.
WhatsApp,
Talk to those
yeah,
people. The
can I tell
people
you?
who don't have autism in their personal life, but friends,
Yes.
talk to them what they need to be doing.
And you know that this mom has a child with autism. They're not WhatsApping you anymore. They're not texting you. You don't see them on social media. You have to reach out. That
Yes.
is when you reach out. They need you.
Yeah.
They're literally over there drowning. And
Yes.
you don't know that you're drowning,
Yes.
right? So you have to check on them.
And God has put them
Have
in your
to
life for a reason. So
for a
it's not the
reason.
time to leave them. And depending on where you're living, Kerry, not every
True.
country has support that you can like pay for respite services,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Or
yes,
pay someone
yes.
to give you a
Yeah.
moment to breathe,
Sarah,
you
we
know?
did not know anything about respite until we came to Jamaica.
Came to
If it
Canada.
wasn't shadows, came to Canada, sorry. If it wasn't shadows,
A
which
nanny.
shadows are student assistant at schools, or you have your personal nanny at your house, that was it. We never knew anything about respite. Okay, our respite.
Yeah, I think Jamaican is respite, but in Canada, I've been saying respite. My accent is changing.
Accent is changing. But yeah, yeah,
But
not
yeah,
not a lot
you,
of
you need
people
to
have
show up.
access.
You need to show up for the
Show
people
up
in
for your
your lives
friends.
with
Yes.
autistic children. Yes, it is
And show up
difficult, but
differently.
it is not
Yeah.
impossible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for those in my life who can't accept my child and his behaviors around them, then because guess what? He's the most important thing to me. And one thing
Yeah.
I'll never do is sideline my child or put him in a corner or believe that he should be
No,
treated a
not for
certain
anyone.
way.
Not for
Is
anyone.
we are
Not
not
for
going to be
anyone.
friends anymore if that's what your expectation is. He has to show up as himself. Because there's nothing
So,
more important to me than my child. Okay?
so Sarah, I know we are so passionate about this topic, but what are the takeaways? What are the takeaways? What do we want to leave our viewers with? How can you help to prevent burnout? How can you, what are ways that you can, take care of yourself, as a mom who is navigating having, a child or children with autism?
Well, I think one of the first things is to get rid of the mom guilt. If you do have moments where
Love
you
that.
can take some time for yourself, do not feel guilty about it. You went out with your girlfriends and you came back and one of your child had a meltdown. It's okay. They would have had a
It's
meltdown
okay if
if
you were
you were
there.
there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, do not
And
feel
one more thing,
guilty.
Sarah, not to cut you. Remember, guys, you can't pour from an empty
Empty
cup.
cup can't pour from an empty
You
cup.
cannot. You need a recharge at some point.
Yes. Yes.
Even machines in a factory, they shut it down
Even
and
the
they service
soil
the
that you grow
machine.
plants.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So do not feel guilty if you have to step away.
You have to stop.
Sometimes it's not that it's a want, it's a need. Your
Yeah.
soul need it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if there are people in your life who can form part of your village, start thinking about what that village looks like. Start thinking about those persons' capacity, how much they can endure, right? And start to create a village as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah,
And oh, just to go back to the self-care, even if it is to have a spa day in your bathroom,
yeah.
as cliche as it may sound, your candles and your music, and if it's even that, some moments of just,
Sarah, you know what used to work for me? A glass of red wine and Netflix in my own bed.
yes,
Put the kiddos to sleep. And I
yes,
know with autistic children, sometimes sleep is an issue,
yes,
but and we, of course, we have to go based on their clock and
yes,
their schedule. But if it's a day that you see them turning early, quick, drop a glass of red wine and go under your blanket and put on something on your television that you wanted to watch
yeah, just,
and just breathe and just get lost in that
yes,
moment.
yes,
Sometimes it's the simple things.
yeah.
The simple things. Sarah, sometimes, for me, it was food.
Food
Maybe
is
there's
a
a
good
new recipe.
advice.
But seriously, for me, like sometimes I always wanted to try like a new restaurant or,
Oh, like
that
that.
kind of
Okay, I thought you
thing.
meant binging.
Yeah. Me just Uber something nice, put the kids them to sleep, Uber something nice, right?
Yes,
And you just take time and eat it by yourself and you just have a moment. I
yeah,
mean, that's for me, but whatever rocks your boat.
yeah,
But
yeah.
don't feel guilty. It can be little
Don't feel
things.
guilty. So
Feel
no mom
guilty.
guilt when you get a
No mom
moment.
guilt.
Try and I know it's hard.
It's
We
hard.
know some people
Yeah,
are doing
we
it
know.
alone, but we're
We know it's
asking you to
hard.
make the effort for yourself. Where them step on the
Yes.
plane, you have to put on your
Yeah.
gas mask first before you help the
First, before you
child
can help anybody
because
else.
if you
Yeah.
pass out, if you're whatever, you cannot help your child. So try
Yeah.
and curate self-care.
Yeah.
Put the mom guilt in the bin and
Yes.
try to create a village as much as is possible. Don't be afraid to tell people that you need help. Some people just feel like I'm an autistic child, nobody will want to help. There are some people that might help, but they
It's
don't
true.
know that you're
But the
struggling.
Bible, Sarah, the Bible say,
Yeah,
ask,
ask.
ask,
Yeah, ask.
ask.
You
If you need
know?
help, don't stay there and drown. Ask.
Yeah, ask.
It could be a coworker. Probably you don't have a family member, you know. You may
Yeah,
have a coworker. You also may have a neighbor who knows that you have an autistic child
yeah,
and they're able to help you. So you
yeah.
have to ask.
And there may be an
And this
autistic
is,
moms group or parent group in your cities.
Sarah, you take the word right out of my mouth because
Yeah,
for me, joining a support group when I just got the diagnosis or shortly after. And at the time, it was JASA, Jamaica Autism Support Association. And to this day, I always talk about Kathy Chang. She just pulled me in the group and she helped me find resources, what you call it, like therapies,
yes,
those physicians that I needed, just all the things that you need to navigate when you're new to that diagnosis and you're
yeah,
feeling overwhelmed and your friends can't help you because your circle kind of different
yes,
now, right? Your
yes,
circle have no clue, they can't help about autism. And I found this awesome support group. And let me tell you, it was a blessing.
yes,
So you could bring your children and your children could be themselves. And I cannot tell you how refreshing it was to speak to moms who are going through the same things that you were going through, having the same questions that you had, and watch our children playing together and nobody have to apologize if
yes,
one did something weird or one is, you know what I mean?
yes,
Or
yes,
one have a
yes,
meltdown, right?
yeah,
So it was just so refreshing. So if you're a mom and you're watching this, listen, find a support group.
yes,
If you're in Jamaica, I can tell you about Jamaica Autism Support Association, and I think they meet at YMCA on a Saturday, and they're on social media. So put in Jassa or Kathy Chang. I'm in Calgary here, and I know Calgary, Canada. I should say Calgary in Alberta, in Canada. There's
yeah,
Autism Calgary, and there's also Autism Edmonton for my Edmonton peeps. Guys, jump on it. They have virtual meetings. They have little activities and group and activities where you can join those activities with your children and
yes,
you're engaging with other families who are going through the same thing that you are going through. Guys, you cannot navigate this alone. It is a lonely space if you try to do it alone.
yes, it is. And there's a simple Google just to see what's in your area,
Simple
or
Google.
it could be virtual, you
It
know.
could be virtual. A
Yeah.
lot of a lot of these associations are doing virtual meeting because COVID had
Taught us
made
we
it
could.
taught us we could. So, guys, as Sarah said, yeah, just Google your location. Autism groups near me. Drop it into a Facebook group as well.
Yeah.
Facebook also, Sarah. I love some of the
Yes,
Facebook
yes.
groups that I've joined. Sometimes I need to find, let's say I was looking for a dentist just the other day.
Yeah,
I tell
yeah,
Tom, I
I
drop
do
it.
it. I do
I
it.
dropped it.
Yeah.
And
I'm in
people
the
just
Windsor
flowed with the comments.
Windsor Autism Moms group and
Yeah,
Ontario Autism group. And I just the other day I needed
so
some new
helpful.
activities for Amari and I went in and said, what is there to do with my 16-year-old in Windsor?
Yes,
And a
yes,
slew of comments were there as to things I could get
yeah,
him into, you know. But don't don't struggle alone as far as it's
don't
possible.
struggle.
We
Yeah,
know everybody's situation is different and unique, but as far as it's
yes,
possible, ask for help and find support. Any other
I
advice, Carrie
agree.
Ann?
I don't know. I think we have covered it. I think we have done a great job. Guys, if there's anything that we have left out, again, drop it in the
About
comment.
burnout or anything?
About burnout, if there's a topic that you want to hear or take on it, drop it in the comments as well, and we'll definitely do our best. If you want to join us one day, drop
Please,
it in the comment if you're interested in joining and
and
just,
telling your
sharing
stories.
your experiences and your journey with autism. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And just
Sarah.
to let the autism parent know that we see you
We see.
We are on the same journey as you,
Yeah.
and we understand the burnout. We understand the emotional
Yeah. It's
strain.
real. It's real. It's
Um,
real. It's
from
real.
time to time, I see moms may post it on social media that they're having a burnout day. Sometimes they're crying, and people come in the comments and say, you should be happy you have your child and God bless you. And that people,
They don't get it.
both things can be true at the same
Don't get
time.
it. It's
I
true,
can
Sarah.
love my child more than anything in the world
And
and
it's
want
okay for you
and
to have a
still
moment and say
feel
you're tired.
stressed and tired
Yes.
and
Yes.
feeling
Yes.
burnt out. Both things
Yes.
can be true. If you have not walked the experience, just be kind when you see people being vulnerable. Sometimes people are scared to be vulnerable
Because
because
of the
there have
judgment.
been times when,
Mhm.
because we didn't always have meltdowns with Amari, it's since the teen years. And it was
Yes.
difficult for me to deal with. It still is, right? Even though it's improving. And I remember
Yeah.
one day he was just hitting me in my head, like hitting. And his father grabbed him and was trying to calm him. And I just went in the bathroom. I fell on the
Yeah.
floor and I just
I just,
wept. Carol, I
yes.
said, cry, bawl out to
Yes.
Jesus. I said, Lord, this can't be the reality.
Yeah.
You have to show up.
Yes.
I don't know what else to do. I'm at my wit's end. How do
Mm-hmm.
I help my
Mm-hmm.
child? How do I help him? What's the solution, Mr. Kerry?
Yeah.
Cry. You know, change the fact say I love him world without
In the
end. And
change.
I'll kick
No,
down
no.
any
But
wall
you
and tear
needed,
down
and you needed that
anything
moment.
for him.
And you needed that moment.
I've sacrificed everything for him and I do it again. I love him world without end.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to be not okay.
Okay.
So be kind. And
Yeah.
sometimes they just want an outlet. They just want somebody else to say, I see you. So if you're that
Yes.
mom, know say Sarah and Carrie Ann see
We
you.
see you.
We see you and we
We see you.
understand. We
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right, guys. Until next time. Thank
Until
you. Thank
next
you.
time we
Thank you
meet,
for
my
tuning
friend.
in.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.